One of our local volunteers and donors, Joe Korf, come on up and you can introduce the Congressional District 20 candidate. Joe Korf.
45, look at us. Look at us. We're here for one thing, and that's to elect Donald Trump back into the White House as soon as we can. And the other thing we're here for is to give him a bulletproof Senate and a bulletproof Congress when he gets back to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and Brandon goes back to Delaware. The 20th District of Florida is the size of Delaware. It's twice as big as Rhode Island. And it goes from where I live on Singer Island, the south part of Singer Island, all the way down to Miramar, around Fort Lauderdale. It jetties in West Palm Beach a little bit and goes all the way out to Collier and Hendry counties, and it embraces some of the richest areas of the country and some of the very poorest areas of the country. This special election happens once in a lifetime, and it's due to the passing of Congressman Alcee Hastings, who was a congressman for 23 years and he passed away in April. So the special election pits Jason Mariner, a young man who is probably the most unlikely person that you could imagine, who won the primary. And I have to say, God puts people in places when they need to be there. And he's running against somebody from the Democratic Party who they don't know yet because the election's so close they're having a recount. So it gives us a leg up. I want to say a few words about Jason before he comes on stage. I've had the opportunity to be with him in many, many hours of conversation and many personal lunches and just gatherings, and it's like peeling an onion. And he's revealed to me some of the deepest parts of his upbringing, and I revealed to him some of mine. Jason was born prematurely. He was adopted at birth. He was troubled in high school. He went to prison, served his time. He redeemed himself and sought redemption. He created a family with 2 beautiful boys. He started a business, and by some grace of God, he decided to run for Congress of the United States. It's a story that you can't make up. And someday, it's going to be worth a movie. We need everybody in this room to turn District 20 red. And I mean everybody. I mean every person in here. If you can donate $1, if you can give an hour, do it. We need it, all oars in the water, and we have 60 days to get this done because the election is January 11th. And we can't wait a minute to get this going. And I'm so glad Joe gave me the opportunity to speak in front of you today to get this thing kick-started. And now I want to present to you the next congressman from District 20 in Florida, Jason Mariner.
Thank you, everybody. You couldn't make this up if you tried. I certainly never thought I would be here. And when I started to see what this country was going through, it was due to my knowledge of U.S. history that I answered the call. I knew that this was the government forming that our founding fathers had warned us about. This is exactly when we go all in because we're losing America. Our rights are being taken away. They're dismantling our military, our law enforcement. They're starting to tamper with our children. They're taking our rights away right in front of us. This is when we get up and we do not yield an inch. District 20 has had 0 federal representation for God knows how many decades. It should be paved in gold, and it's not. So I found out about this special election, and everybody said it's too hard, don't try. And I said, thank God our founding fathers didn't think that way, because too hard, don't try was in 1776. Too hard, don't try. They said that to Ben Franklin when he said join or die in 1754. Too hard, don't try is not the American way, and it's not my way. So I jumped into this race because I said to somebody, he's sitting right over there, his name's Rick, and I said, Rick, I'm not so crazy about waiting. I'm gonna go in. Because at this rate, do we have that long? Look at what they're doing to our country. I don't recognize where we live anymore. This is not the country I grew up in. And it's sad, and it breaks my heart. But this race is not too hard, don't try. Because the Democrats, by the time they're done figuring out who won the damn election, I'll be in office. If you look at the numbers, the millions and millions of dollars they spent and the low turnout they got, and you look at the measly $18,000 that I spent, the numbers don't work out too well for them because the silent majority is now switching to the other side. They want to come to our side. That's why states like Virginia are winning, because of guys like Brandon. So we're going to bring back the District 20 prosperity. We're going to give parents a choice on where they send their children to school. We're not going to be forcing United States citizens to do things like wear masks or take vaccines. Not on my watch. Over my dead body does that happen. I will go nowhere. So like I have said before, it's going to either be Congressman, General, or here lies Jason Mariner, because I will not let this country fade into oblivion and be explaining to my children when they're my age why I sat on my rear end and let them take it from us. Once they start taking rights away, they don't stop. They do not stop. This has happened in every great civilization across the world over and over and over again. And people don't realize that the reason this happens is because they decide to change the rules around the 250-year mark. Well, guess what? We're at year 245. And our country is fading fast. So it must be all hands on deck. It starts here in District 20. They told Donald J. Trump he would never get elected. They told me the same thing. They said, you won't even make it through the primary. In fact, you probably won't even qualify. And you know what? I qualified. And you know what? The fake news would like you to believe that I'm not. But what they don't know is the Constitution. There's 3 qualifying factors to be a congressional candidate and to run for federal office. So we're going to teach them a thing or two. We're going to take back this country. We're going to take back our children. We're not co-parenting with the school boards. Speaker Gingrich, it's an honor to be here speaking before you. And thank you for everything that you have done for our country. To all the veterans of law enforcement in this room, thank you for saving our rear ends. Especially the law enforcement officers. Get up. So people ask me, do you like it? Is it fun? Is it nice when people, it's like, no, it's scary. It's scary as hell. Because we're talking about losing our country. And I don't take that very lightly. So like I said, over my dead body do I go away. I will not quit. And then after I get to where I'm going, I'll stick around for a while. Not until I'm as old as Nancy Pelosi. But I'll stay around for a while to make sure that this crap doesn't happen again. Because we have something called the United States Constitution, and it must remain intact in full the way intended and written by our founding fathers. They saw into the future, and they said when this crap starts happening, you get up and you stop it dead in its tracks. So that's what we must do. All hands on deck. We take back District 20. None of it is too hard, don't try. So remember, if I can go from where I was to where I am now, you can do anything. Anyone can do anything. And when the media said, no, he's not really qualified, it's because number one, they're lying, and number two, they don't know what they're talking about. And number three, it's not really me that they want to hurt, it's you. They want to hurt you. They want to stop you from having hope. They want you to stop having faith because they know people with faith are people with power. That's why the first flag flown over the battlefields of our Revolutionary War was a white sheet with a pine tree on it that said, an appeal to heaven. People of faith are people of power. Fear not, America does not die. We take it back. We don't give an inch, not a single inch. So my name is Jason Mariner, and like Joe said, if you can donate $1, please do.
What's your website?
It's mariner4congress.com. That's FORcongress.com. And if everybody, by the way, while we're here, could pull out their phones, get on Facebook, let's piss off Mark Zuckerberg. Because he doesn't like me very much. Visit mariner4congress.com and share the page. He does not like me. He does not like any of you. He doesn't like what you stand for, and he doesn't like freedom. So with that, I'm going back to my seat, and I look forward to hearing Speaker Gingrich speak. And I'll learn a thing or two while I'm here. So it's mariner4congress.com. Do what you can while you can. If you wait, you'll regret it, because you'll be telling your kids why you sat silently by while you yielded your country to tyrants. Let's go, Brandon.